Like a lot of trees. Are you yeah, it's a little mix it over. Go ahead. All right, we're about to get started, everybody. So first, I want to say, if you have not already had a chance to sign in, please do so because it's going to be good. We're going to have some good information. So we want to make sure we stay connected to you. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's small in here today. So it's kind of intimate. We're going to talk to each other. It's going to be a conversation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the sign-in sheet is going around. The sign-in sheet is going around. And so just a quick overview on what to expect. We're going to get started shortly. We should be finishing up at 2 p.m. Okay. The agenda is inside the link that was sent to you, but if you don't have it, then we can resend it with your information that's there. If you're hungry, that's fine because we're gonna feed you. And if you keep your minds open, that's great because we're gonna feed you. And so we're gonna make sure that you have exactly what you need before you're ready to leave. Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the first person that is going to speak is going to be Her Boots and Heels. I want to tell these ladies thank you so much for saying that they want to put this on together for the community. This is absolutely free for everybody, but it is worth every single bit of your time to actually be here and participate because the information that you get is going to be invaluable. This is powered by She. This development company is in this community and they are working very hard to make sure that they're building bridges, not only with you, but with other professionals in the area. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. And so without any further ado, I'm going to have Ms. Shanna Cochran come up and speak about Her Boots and Heels. Do you want to email it to me? I'll put it on here? Or do you want to just connect it there?
Just connect.
So
Her Boots and Heels is actually first time. And I am so excited to bring actual beautiful. We are driving this car and we're hoping that you ride. We are making available sources today that will help you to understand how to get into a position credit-wise, whatever you might need to mentally first establish grounds to be a home buyer. So actual people, I would like to say that She is our umbrella and she's going to speak about She, and that's our lead company. And I am talking today about the nonprofit, which is Her Boots and Heels. Okay. And I'm very nervous because I don't talk. I dance.
You know everybody.
So, I do know everybody.
This family.
Yeah. So sit back and enjoy while she gives us some information about She.
Yeah. So thank you, Devon.
Yeah.
So I will briefly talk about the umbrella company, which is Simple Housing Enterprise. We are a community development firm. All is female owners, and all the female staff at this point. We are welcoming some male staff, but right now it's led by all women. And here's the team. I'm the CEO of the firm. In the back, you'll see Sandra Lisenby, who is the CFO. To my right, Ave Maria Parks. She's the chief information officer and administrative officer. And like she'd like to joke, she's my assistant too. And then Devon Drumgool, who actually is the brainchild of Simple Housing Enterprise, and then she just gave it to me and said, "Hey, can you make this happen?" And that's how we came about the form Simple Housing Enterprise. This is just some of the products. We provide affordable housing and to workforce housing. We recently sold a small home that's could be considered a tiny home, 560 square feet, one bed, one bath, for roughly 130,000, and that's quite affordable for the square footage that's provided. And it has a fenced-in backyard, nice community in Somerville, something you will almost never see today at that price. We also have I call this a master renovation. We've done a little bit more than a typical flip. It's just not paint, flooring. We really put some uh unique details into the home. We have a wood deck ceiling. We have dark countertops, farmhouse sink, brushed gold finishes. I mean, we really went all out for this renovation. That you guys will soon see coming up at our ribbon cutting that most of you guys will be invited to. And lastly, we have 2 new construction going up in Old Town area. Old Town is a well-established community in Augusta, Georgia. Right now they are working on all of the infrastructure. So if you see the frustration when you're driving down Green Street, know that this investment and that infrastructure will equal equity in the future, a higher return on equity. That means the community is being built up. The boathouse is around the corner. You're going to have a major renovation there with the boathouse. And this is a workforce home. That's the prices, it's pretty reasonable at $225. And these are two bed, two bath for new home ownership as well. New home ownership with this course, it looks several ways. It may be a home that's it's not a new home. It could be a renovation home that looks almost new, and it could be new construction. So that was the idea, just presenting Simple Housing Enterprise product and the options for people who are looking for homes. These are your options. Everything doesn't have to be brand new cookie cutter. You look for something that's unique and that fits your personality. And yes, we are dreaming big. We will move into mixed use, but that's not for home ownership. That's just more so where we see ourselves moving as a development firm. And as Devon stated, she introduces her boots and heels, and the entire staff is here. You just everybody wave hands and have on my pink, which Devon talked about briefly. And it's more than just home ownership. It's about ownership and opportunity. We also would like to provide affordable housing. Affordable housing comes in two forms. Either the developer receives incentives to provide that affordable product, or the home buyer receives incentives to make it more affordable. So that's affordable housing. A lot of people say, "Oh no, what's the definition?" I just gave you the definition of affordable housing. Where it works either two ways. Somebody have to get money for it to be affordable. But her Boots and Hill, we look to provide affordable housing products, and we would look to continue these sessions, and we know they will grow, of home ownership here in the community. Thank you.
I think this is a good chance for me to testify because at the age of 21, I wanted to become a home buyer. So I had no clue. Thank God for NASDAQ. At that point, they walked me through a long, tedious process. It took me about from concept to actually get the key to turn and go into that door. It took me about a year and a half. I had to get my credit straight, not straight, scrape, because it was a big scraping. I had to find someone that would walk me through the process of getting my credit straight. And that was a little scary because you don't trust everybody. So it's like you got to be vulnerable enough to be able to share your personal business and get to the nitty-gritty so that I did learn how to use my credit cards, when to pay my bills, how does that look for me? And in the end, it was gratifying because I ended up with a home. Today, the reason I thought about home is because her Boots and Heels will help you the same way NACA helped me. So it's even more intimate because we will not allow you to walk out this door without a plan and someone that you feel comfortable with to hold your hand and walk you through the process. So if you have any questions today, do not leave without filling out. I think we have a survey questionnaire. Please fill it out please fill it out if you want to get any questions answered here out loud. Speak out. We don't mind talking. We're intimate today, and we're gonna make sure you get your questions answered. Okay, thank you.
Is that good information, you guys?
Yes.
Did y'all know about any of that so far? Next, I am going to introduce Miss Betty. And she is by way. Betty, can you hear us?
I hear you guys just great.
Okay, awesome. Now, Betty is actually outside of Suffolk, Virginia. She is a financial coach. She calls herself an ADHD baddie when it comes to financial education preparedness. So one thing that we know for sure is that we all process things differently. Everybody's steps for you to move forward will be different steps. And sometimes it's credit, sometimes it's your money spending, sometimes it's your money habits, sometimes it's your relationship. So she's coming to us today to talk about not only how we need to prepare, like NACA helps us prepare, but how we need to make sure that we're set even after home ownership. Because once you have the house, then what? You have the house, but you don't have any furniture in it, then it's a conversation a lot of people don't have. Her Boots and Heels is making sure that you're thinking about this home ownership as holistically as possible. So without any further ado, Miss Betty, take it over.
Hello, room. How are you guys doing today? Future homeowners, future investors, big thank you to the financial professionals who in the room who showed up for y'all. Give them a round of applause. Just a little, give yourself a round of applause for showing up for yourself, because y'all could be anywhere on this Saturday morning, but you showed up thinking about your future. So I'm going to show my screen. If you guys can just let me know if you can see my screen. And while I do that, thank you so much, Stephanie, for inviting me out. It says a lot about you, that you care so much about your community, that you would dig down into your network to make sure that, you know, you provided all the best resources for your community. So if you guys can just let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So I am Betty Lewis, but I am lovingly known as B, the budgeting baddie on social media and amongst all my friends. And all of y'all are about to become my friends, so please call me B. I am an ADHD money coach, and I am the founder of Young, Rich, and Rooted. Now, my lane is a little bit different, and I will help you guys get mortgage ready by helping you make sure that you are consistent with the money management behaviors that you'll need, like saving consistently, paying down debt, paying your bills on time, all things that you need to get qualified, things that will make you every lender and every real estate agent's dream client, okay? But I am also just as focused on making sure that you can actually afford a life you love after you close. Somebody say after you close. All right, right. So I call that making money decisions that are nervous system safe, because trust me, few things will stress you out more than a house you can't afford. Okay, we're not going to be house broke. Okay, so I'm excited to be with you all today. So let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about a life beyond the keys, because closing is not the finish line. It is a milestone, a beautiful milestone. Investing in real estate is one of the best financial decisions that I have ever made. But a lot of the peace that I have is because I knew the questions to ask myself before I said yes to the address. When you are in the process of buying, don't just ask, how much house can I afford? Ask yourself, how much life do I still want to afford after I buy? My job is aligning your home decision with your financial vision. So sometimes we don't know what questions to ask, right? Am I right? Right. Sometimes we don't know. We're like, I want to ask the right questions, but I don't even know where to even begin. And so what's really important is for you to build relationships with the people who can help you navigate the process and help you avoid expensive mistakes. So I call these people your financial power team. Okay. Y'all say out loud for me, financial power team. I like y'all. Y'all locked in. I like y'all. I like an active group. Okay. So you guys might make expensive mistakes if you don't have a financial power team around you. And I think that building a financial power team is one of the most intelligent things that I started to do. And it takes a little time to build and figure out who you need to know. And so you guys are going to get a worksheet from me. And I'm going to show you what that worksheet looks like. You guys are going to get a worksheet from me. It's going to be part of a package that I'm going to give you guys to list all the financial professionals you need to know. But I'm going to detail them out for you today, who you need to know and why you need to know them. So number one is you need to know a financial coach. Financial coaches, they help, like myself, they help you strengthen your daily money management skills, habits, and resources to reach your short-term goals and make long-term goals like home ownership feel possible. You want to know a financial advisor. Your financial advisor helps you accumulate and invest money to reach your long-term wealth goals. Then you want to know an insurance agent. They are the person who helps you prepare for and avoid financial loss from unexpected events. Then you want to know a CPA or an accountant, because they're going to help you reduce your tax liability for past and future years to come. I'm sorry. I'm not letting y'all see the slides. All right. We got your CPA and your accountant, okay? Then you want to know a credit repair specialist. Some of y'all want to know one right now, okay? Because they're going to help you challenge harmful info that is on your credit report. The next person you need on your financial power team is an estate planner. And they help you protect assets during your life and help you distribute wealth after your death. Some of y'all already should know a realtor, because I know a really great one in this room right now. Okay, so you want to know a realtor, you want one on your power team, because they are going to provide you guidance through buying, selling, renting, and property investment process. You want to have a banker on your team or a mortgage lender on your team. They are someone who provides more favorable loan rates and terms based on the trust and relationship developed, okay? You also want a career coach. A career coach helps you identify overlooked transferable skills that qualify you for jobs you really want and help you increase your income over time. I don't know about y'all, but I always want to know how to make more money, okay? On the 9-to-5 or off the 9-to-5, it don't really matter. I like a career coach. They help me see that my skills can be used in another way and make more money. And then last on your financial power team, I think it's important for you to have a general practice attorney. And that person has the flexibility to help with a wide variety of legal matters. So I wanted to also include some bonus people, okay? These people are not on your worksheet. So if you're taking notes, write it down. And they're not financial professionals, but I feel like you need to know them because they will save you a financial headache. Trust me, you want to know them, okay? So your contractor, your handyman, they're going to help you prevent from small repairs from becoming big money pits, okay? They're going to help you fix a little thing so they don't become big problems. And then a home inspector. Even if you're not buying or selling your home right now, having some checkups save you some surprising costs later. I know personally, my home inspector, as much as I hated to give up on a house I wanted to buy, he saved me thousands of dollars not buying a home that was a literal fire hazard. So make sure that you get to know a great home inspector. So the sweet spot with these people is having them talk to each other, having your financial folks get to know each other and understand what the goals are in their lane so that they can help you when you're making financial decisions so that you can avoid surprises, rush decisions, and expensive do-overs. Now I want to spin a block real quick because I often hear people confuse financial advisors, or they use the term financial advisors or financial coaches interchangeably. A lot of people will refer to me as their financial advisor, and I always like it to be very clear that we are not the same, but we do have very different but equally important roles in your life. And it's really easy to confuse all of the different financial professionals because our worlds really do overlap. So here's an example of the difference. Each role is uniquely important, but a financial coach is the person who helps you navigate the day-to-day execution of the strategies these other professionals are giving you. So a credit repair person may raise your score to buy a home, but if the habits don't change, you'll end up right back where you started. How many of you know somebody who got their credit score together just enough to buy a car or buy the house, and then a couple years into it, their credit score was right back where it was, right? Everybody knows and has either been in that situation or knows someone who's been in that situation because the behaviors haven't changed. A lender might give you strict instructions for approval, but one slip, like financing some furniture before closing, don't break your real estate agent heart, y'all. Don't break your mortgage lender's heart, right? Don't finance, don't buy a washing machine before closing because it can completely knock you out the deal. And that's where coaching comes in, because I help you stick to the plan. Oh, I'm sorry. Something just happened to my computer. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So they help you stick to the screen, stick to the plan. They help you avoid missteps. They help you make sure that you're keeping momentum towards your bigger vision. And because I build relationships with these vetted pros, I can connect you with trustworthy partners to help you with your success. So what I would encourage you guys to do is start researching people in these fields, start building relationships, and choose ones that you trust to help you understand your money better and the decision that you're making better, and avoid financial chaos. And if you come across one that you love, that you think is amazing, by all means, please tell them about me. Please share them with me so that I can get to know them, because I love knowing good people in the financial industry. Okay. When you guys build these relationships with these people before your crisis happens, because you want to know these people before you need them, they help you make smarter, calmer, and less expensive decisions. And that gives you peace of mind, which is priceless. Right? All right. So now that you know the people that you need on your team, here's the truth. Even the best lender or advisor only sees a part of your picture. They don't know about your dreams you have for your life. They don't know how much quality time with your family is worth to you. They don't know your medical history or how much you spend on copays each month. They don't know how many kids you have in your house or how much it really costs to feed them and wash their clothes. What they do know is how much you qualify for. But only you know your real life. And that's why you need a budget that reflects your actual day-to-day hidden expenses and the space you want to leave for your future. And that's what I mean by knowing your real numbers. So you can decide not just how much house you can buy, but how much house you actually want to pay for. So here's a quick framework that will help you remember the 5 numbers that you need to know and understand. I keep it simple. So think about it as 4 buckets and 1 reality check of income, okay? So first is the income. Don't just ask, how much do I make? Also ask, how long can I rely on it? Here's why. If part of your budget is child support and your child is 17, like mine, yes, that income may help you qualify for a bigger loan today, but in a year it's gone. And now you're stuck with a 30-year mortgage and no way to stretch your dollars. That's the difference between being approved for a house and actually being able to afford living in it. Second, your expenses. These fall into 4 lanes. Fixed debt, which I call past due. That's your car note, your student loans, your personal loans, Klarnas, the Afterpays, all those things. Those are financial choices that you've already made. Past you has already made. Then we have fixed lifestyle, which I call current you. That's your rent, your mortgage, your insurance, your phone, your bills, right? The internet, childcare, your subscription services, the bills that you have already committed to currently. And they are the basics that it takes your life to currently run every single month. That's the second bucket. Your third bucket are your variable day-to-day expenses. And this is where we start getting it gets a little harder to budget. That's food, gas, kids' activities, personal care, eating out, stuff that fluctuates, stuff you typically swipe your card for. Most people can get like these first three buckets in their budget. They do an okay job with those, right? Where it really starts getting dicey is this fourth bucket. This is your variable pop-up bucket. This is pop-up future you, okay? This is the silent budget killer. There are things that don't come up every single month, like birthdays and holidays and car tags and car repairs and school fees and medical copays and memberships and broken appliances. It's the expense that most people don't know how to budget for. And so they just leave it off the spreadsheet or they forget about it. They got ADHD. They probably just genuinely forgot about it. Okay. So here's how to budget for it so that you can get ahead of that last one. I use what I call the pop-up method. What you're going to do is you're going to grab a calendar and you want you to think about all the random things that have popped up for you over a calendar year from January to December. And I want you to add up a year's worth of those expenses, whatever that number is. All right. Brace yourself. Okay. For that number. And then you're going to take that number, you're going to divide it by 12. That is your true monthly pop-up cost. You just don't pay it every month. And so that number becomes a bill that you pay your savings account. You're going to pay that amount to your savings every single month like a bill. And that way, when your garbage disposal breaks, your school fees pop up, you're not panicking. You already have the money set aside, right? This turns chaos from planning, let's say a garbage disposal happening. In my case, my garbage disposal literally just died. It changes it into a small pop-up fund and there's no panic. One more quick note here. Some of y'all might be thinking like, well, if my garbage disposal just broke, I'm just going to call my home warranty company because I don't have to worry about repairs. And you would be right. Mostly. Okay. I would absolutely encourage all of y'all to get a home warranty because it has saved me thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars as a homeowner. However, and just to be clear, if you get a home warranty, it does protect you from a lot of big surprises. However, all of them, at least all the ones that I know of, I haven't come across. If you guys know one, let me know. All of them have a per occasion fee attached to them. And mine is $99 per occasion. And that $99 is still a pop-up expense when something breaks. And because I pay my pop-up expense estimate like a fixed bill to my savings account each month, it keeps me ready so that if something breaks, yes, I don't have a $2,000 washing machine repair bill, but I do have that $99 expense fee and I have the money in the savings account. So once you guys have gotten all those pop-up expenses together, you're going to take your income and you're going to subtract those four numbers. Okay. If you don't like the number you have left over for your dreams, you'll need to make some adjustments. You'll need to make them somewhere anyway, right? Either in your mortgage amount that you've been imagining accepting, or in your current lifestyle expenses that isn't worth giving up this home for. Why? Because that number left over is what I call your opportunity gap. It's the money you have left to build wealth with, the money you have left to create a life that you actually love, one that you chose instead of one that you feel stuck in. My goal as a financial coach is to help you feel wealthy, not just financially, but in every single way, emotionally, physically, mentally, and financially wealthy. And I do that by helping my clients build nervous system safe money management habits, skills, and systems. And one of those systems that I help my clients master is avoiding financial anxiety by helping them learn how to build a budget that reflects your real life by including things like pop-up expenses. There's a quick worksheet with some blanks on it that is also in the packet that I have provided to Stephanie for you all. that will help you brainstorm some of these random life events, or life expenses that may pop up. It'll help you think through it because some of these expenses only happen once, a couple times a year, and you could easily forget them. You want to add that all up, divide it by 12 to understand your true monthly expense in this area. So Stephanie I think she's got a QR code for you guys to scan to get that to you guys. But before I wrap up, I just want to remind you, the house that you create, the house that you buy should create options, not cancel them. They should leave room for your future dreams, investing, business ideas, for travel, for self-care, and for emergency budget space. The number the bank approves you for is based on their formula. The number you choose is based on your real life. Choose one you can still live with. I am ADHD Money Coach B, the budgeting baddie. I help gifted women shift from feeling financially frustrated to feeling financially unfuckwittable by empowering them to love themselves back to wealth. If you would like to connect with me, scan the QR code to book a quick chat with me, to follow me on social media, to explore my products and services, to kiki with me in the comments. And that is it. If you guys have any questions for me today, I'll stay on for a few minutes, but I want to remind you guys to remember your financial life after closing is just beginning. Make it one you actually love.
Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? I have some questions. Okay, I have
Yes.
some questions. And so, who has heard of the mindset of nervous system safe? Who's heard that mindset? Nervous system safe. Right. She's talking about how when your funds are not in order, you can get anxiety. That anxiety has an impact on everything else. Who's heard that? So there's a lot of things that impact us and we don't even really know what's going on. But because she has put this project together for us, then we're able to speak to professionals that give us clarity on what's going on instead of us saying, oh, they calling, I don't feel like answering the phone. I just don't feel it. Right. But when you speak to a financial advisor, when you speak to someone that this is what they do, they're able to break things down on a very basic level, and they can tell you what's going on is your nervous system is messed up, your anxiety is through the roof. So I have another question. Who thought about choosing, she said, the number you choose based on real life? Who's thought of that, right? So a lot of times when Betty talked about, she said, you go to the bank, you get your pre-approval letter. What I'm going to talk to you about is I'm going to talk to you about your pre-approval letter. But just because you make $1 doesn't mean that you need to spend $1. Is that right?
That's true.
That's right. So if you got some information today that you did not know, let me know. And since you got your hands raised, somebody could just tell me one of the things that you didn't know that you learned today. Anybody who had their hand up? Anyone? Okay.
I never thought about getting a financial advisor, but I think how important it is because I am in the process of trying to get a house. But the only reason why I feel like my finances are scattered is because I'm the person that when I make $1, I want to spend it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I do know that budgeting is a big factor in that process, especially because they want bank statements. They're like all of the business when it comes to finance.
Mm-hmm.
Realizing.
Yep, that's true. And so when you're borrowing money from somebody, they want to know the details.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not the bank, that's your friends, that's your family, that's everybody. So that's just how it works. I understand exactly what you mean. Did
And-
everybody get yes?
Home warranty part,
Mm-hmm.
that was a bit of a surprise for me because I didn't know you had to pay every time you had something go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read that fine print.
Yep.
And I got rid of my home warranty because of that.
Yeah.
It's an expense, like she said, that I did not expect.
It's the details.
It is.
It's the details. And that's why we're doing what we're doing today. Miss Betty, could you show us your QR code?
Yeah. I can put that back on screen for y'all.
Now, did everybody get this?
Yes, please.
Everybody has it? Okay. Miss Betty, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. You guys continue to learn from the presenters you guys have tonight. You know, put it in your stomach, marinate on it, journal about it. Sometimes the things that you hear in real time, you can't process because you're getting all the information. Go back and revisit your notes. When it comes time for you to buy your house, all the information that everybody is giving tonight will be invaluable. I look forward to hearing from you all. And if you don't personally need me, but you know somebody in your life who needs me, please share me with them. Have a good night.
Night. Okay. So we're moving right along.